Halloween is one of the oldest holidays in the world. If you go back far enough, we can trace its origins to an old pagan holiday. After many centuries of being influenced by various cultures, Halloween has spread across the world, and each country celebrates it in its own way. In some places, it's not even called Halloween. Today, we're going to go over the top 8 ways Halloween is celebrated around the world. It's not all trick-or-treating. Stay tuned until the end for some of the strangest traditions you will want to experience for yourself. Number 8. Ireland's Halloween. Did you know that Halloween originated as the pagan holiday Samhain? And it's believed that Ireland was where the holiday started. So how do you think Ireland celebrates Halloween? Surprisingly, a lot of their traditions resemble the United States customs. But in rural areas, just like in the olden days of the Celts, people would light up bonfires, and throughout the country, children would dress up in creative costumes and go around trick-or-treating. Traditional Irish Halloween games include Snap Apple, which is a game that involves tying an apple on a string to a doorframe or tree, and players would attempt to bite the hanging apple. Apple bobbing and Knock Dolly are other fun games that are popularly played, as well as treasure hunts with candies acting as the treasure. In Ireland, they have a special fruitcake called Barmbrack. Number 7. China's Hungry Ghost Festival. Before the US celebrates its Halloween, China's similar Hungry Ghost Festival takes place throughout Hong Kong and China for an entire month from the 7th day of the 7th month in the lunar calendar. During this time, people believe that spirits get restless and start to roam the world. So they throw this festival in order to feed these spirits with all the food and money they might need for the afterlife. They would burn paper and food offerings, and this version of Halloween extends to Chinese communities in Malaysia and Singapore, who throw entertaining performances, parades, operas, and puppet shows. Number 6. HAITI'S GEDE. Next up, we have Haiti's unique festivities. On the 1st and 2nd days of November, Haiti's celebrations of their All Saints' Day and All Souls' Day puts the average Halloween experience to shame. Think animal sacrifices, wild dancing, singing, and in some extreme cases, possession by spirits. Yeah, Fête GEDE is not for the average partygoers. As for the faint of heart, Haitian voodooists would travel across their ancestors' burial places and drink rum infused with chilies. Throughout the 2 days, the city comes to life as families pay homage to their lost relatives with drinks and religious items. Nothing could stop these wild parties short of a devastating hurricane. Number 5. The United States Halloween. Next up, we have how the United States of America celebrates their Halloween, which occurs annually on October the 31st. Due to movies and books alike, the way the US celebrates this spooky holiday has been well known across the globe. But you'll be surprised to know that these traditions are fairly modern. Halloween wasn't that popular of a holiday in the US until the 19th century, and its popularization was brought on by Scottish and Irish immigrants. A typical Halloween in America involves either spooky or ultra-creative costumes, superheroes, witches, vampires, and ghosts being the most popular. Americans also partake in activities like pumpkin carving, visiting haunted places, watching horror movies marathons, and for the children, trick-or-treating is a must-do activity during which they travel door-to-door in their neighborhoods asking the iconic phrase, trick-or-treat. Number 4. The island of Sardinia's All Souls' Day. On All Saints' Day, the entire island of Sardinia becomes covered in flowers. Sardinia is the second largest island in the Mediterranean Sea. They celebrate All Saints' Day on November 1st by carving pumpkins into what they call conchas de muerto, which means heads of the dead. Halloween or All Saints' Day traditions include leaving fresh flowers, which are typically chrysanthemums, on the graves of their dearly departed loved ones and on the graves of strangers as well, making the city's graveyards turn into brilliant and vivid displays of colors. Italians would also pay homage to their loved ones by placing a red candle in their windows at sunset and setting a place at the table in hopes that the person's spirit will pay them a visit. Number 3. Japan's Kawasaki Halloween Parade. For the past 23 years, thousands of Halloween lovers worldwide travel to Japan for Halloween simply because of the awesome way they celebrate it there. Every year, Japan hosts the Kawasaki Halloween Parade, which is the largest parade of its kind. Each year has a theme, and you can't show up. You have to be invited. Besides the strict guidelines, you have to apply to participate 2 months before the event. People submit videos 30 seconds or less of themselves or in groups dressed up in costumes. They then have to post that video on social media with a hashtag to attract the organizers behind the Kawasaki Halloween parade. Number 3. Cambodia's PCHUM. You've never seen Halloween celebrated like Cambodia does it. Halloween, or PCHUM, is a 15-day long religious festival in Cambodia that starts on October the 2nd. Like all the versions of Halloween around the world, Cambodians honor their ancestors on this holiday. Grand feasts would be thrown, special foods like sweet, sticky rice and beans wrapped in banana leaves would be offered, and visits to temples are typical. Before the final day of PCHUM, monks would chant throughout the night to signal the gates of hell opening. In turn, people offer up baskets of flowers as a tribute to their deceased ancestors. It's also a time to celebrate the elderly in their communities. Before we get to our number 1 pick, did you know that there's an actual phobia of Halloween? It's called Samhainophobia. Number 1. Mexico's Dia de Muertos. Alright, for our number 1 pick, we have Mexico's Dia de Muertos. After Ireland, Mexico, Latin America, and Spain are the OG of celebrating Halloween. On October the 31st of each year, they set off firecrackers, light bonfires, and spend the holiday with friends and family, for they believe the gates of heaven open at midnight that day, and the souls of children come back to reunite with their families for 24 hours. And on November the 2nd, the souls of adults join in. Because families believe that their deceased loved ones return to their homes on Halloween, they make altars called ofrendas to honor them and decorate it with candy, flowers, the deceased favorite foods and drinks, and photographs. Some even leave out wash basins and towels so that the spirit can wash up. Picnic lunches on the graves of their loved ones aren't rare, and special Halloween treats include bread of the dead, which is called pan de muerto, and candy shaped like skulls, crossbones, caskets, and skeletons. If you want to see the most creative and sometimes downright terrifying Halloween costumes and masks, head to Mexico on October the 31st. While these traditions might seem grim, Mexico's unique celebrations ultimately serve the purpose of bringing joy. And that's all we have for today. Did we mention your country? How do you celebrate Halloween? Let us know your answers in the comments below. If you like this video, like and subscribe to our channel. And if you want to see more awesome videos like this, click the notification bell to be notified whenever we upload new videos. Thanks for watching and take care.